So those rising energy prices are hitting Americans hard, including our nation's farmers. Some say the price of farm diesel has more than doubled since December. Lana Zak is the only correspondent based in Iowa, network correspondent rather. She's joining us from a very busy street and an expensive rest stop in the Hawkeye State. So Lana, tell us what you're seeing today.
Yeah, a very busy street indeed, Vlad. This is the I-80 corridor. It is the major artery that passes from east to west and vice versa in our nation. And the trucks that we count on to bring the goods, especially from the ports in the west throughout the rest of the country, they're all struggling with these high diesel prices. One of these semis behind us might have a 300-gallon tank. And so when we're talking about the current price of diesel, we're looking at about $1,700 to fill up for them. All of those prices now have been sustained during the entirety of this war, and they just continue to go up higher and higher, despite that quick drop immediately that we saw in crude oil prices. We know that that takes about 10 to 14 days to actually bring down prices at the pump. Unfortunately, the market hasn't sustained it because there is so much uncertainty. It looks like those diesel prices are just going to continue to rise, guys.
And Lana, you spoke with a farmer about the costs he's facing. What did he share with you?
That's right, Kelly. So as bad as all of us feel the increase in gas prices in our regular vehicles, these truckers are feeling it more. Who's feeling it even more than all of that are the farmers in America, because when it comes to farm diesel, which is its own category, those prices have increased more than anything else. Take a listen to Joe Dirks. He is a farmer that I spent some time with yesterday in DeWitt, Iowa. Here's what he had to say.
Really, when I started in the 80s, that was probably the ultimate challenge of profitability, and it's kind of slipping back into that. We're not to the 80s style of unprofitability yet, but we're getting close. We're knocking on the door. Since that war has started, we have more than doubled our price of farm diesel. So farm diesel went from $1.89 in December, and now it's $4.17.
And he has a 10,000-gallon diesel tank for his tractors. It cost him $18,000 to fill up before the war. Today, to try and fill up that tank would cost him $41,000. $18,000 to $41,000 today, guys.
So, Lana, even if the Strait of Hormuz is fully open and oil is flowing again, it obviously will be some time before those prices come back down. How do farmers want the government to fix the problem?
Yeah, farmers were hoping that this would be a rebuilding year after all of the hardships that they experienced last year. And that comes on top of several years of downtimes for them. Let's listen to a little bit more of what Mr. Dirks has to say.
A check from the government is welcome, but it isn't what we want. We'd like the market to give us a price that makes it affordable for us to keep living and keep doing this again and again and again. And right now it's difficult.
And when we're talking about the markets, remember that the markets were completely depressed last year because of that trade war, particularly with China. China and the United States came to an agreement that they would buy a certain amount of soy, especially important to these Iowa crop farmers. However, if the price is so low, which it has been because a lot of those trade partnerships have been completely eliminated because of this uncertainty, it means that the bottom line for them is that they're actually receiving less per every barrel. So even though China has pledged that they're going to come back up to purchasing at the pre-trade war levels, if farmers are selling it at a 25% reduction in cost, all of that means that they may be in the red again. We already know that farm bankruptcies are up again year over year, 46% since 2024. Guys.
Wow. All right. Lana Zak reporting from Iowa. Lana, as always, we appreciate you.